Alright guys, welcome to Inspire Champion. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like. Today I went to the Freemasons Hall in Covent Garden. My friend works there, so here I am, checking it out. Look at it, it's really pretty. Look at the walls, look at the design. Great architecture. I'm gonna go upstairs, now I'm gonna go upstairs. Look at these names, Hallstones Lodge. These are lodges, part of the Freemasons. Pretty weird place. So this is me going up the stairs, checking it out. Look at the windows, the glass windows, glass stained windows. They're kinda really pretty. Really pretty. Look at the marble, it's shiny. Look at the stairs. I kept shooting the stairs and the glass stained windows because they look pretty. The the walls, the ceiling, the floor, everything was beautiful. Look at that shot, huh? Looks beautiful. The Freemasons Hall was like, this week was part of the open house week in London. So between Saturday and Sunday, a lot of places are open that are not necessarily open to the public. Like one of them is the MI5 building, and this building, the Freemasons Hall, where my friend works. Look at this. It looks like the covenant from the Bible, where they carried the two tablets, the commandments. So these people's names are the people who died in the war, and these people used to be Freemasons. Now as a Christian, it's pretty weird. It's a bit cultic, it's a bit weird. Look at this shot I took. This is a photograph I took. I thought it looked good with the sunlight coming through the stained glass. Look at these weird. The one that looks like it's holding the commandments, the two tablets. It's got little horns like the devil. There it is. I zoomed in. There you go. Now I went here on Saturday. This past Saturday. Now look, there I am again, shooting the stained glass windows. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. Each stained glass window tells a story. Look at the floor. The floor reminds me of that film. I'm not sure if it's Harry Potter or some film from the 90s. Look at the marble. Look at the wall. Look at the ceiling. Looks beautiful. There was a lot of people that day. Because as like I said, it was part of the open house London week on Saturday and Sunday. Look at that. Look at those gates. Now, fun fact is a lot of films have been shot here. Now those gates have been featured in British TV show called Spooks, in a great hall, which you're gonna see later. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was shot there, and it's a giant teddy bear. Don't know why they had a teddy bear, but you know they had a teddy bear. Look at those gates. They also had like a mini replica, a Lego. This is for God of Bricks. Anyone who's into Lego like me. They had a mini replica of the Grand Hall inside. Doesn't really look like it, but there you go. Here I am down some halls. They all show shots. Look at the stained glass window. Fortitude. This one is Justice. That's Lady Justice right there. This one is I don't know what that is. This is Prudence. This one is Charity. That's what they believe in basically. That's what the Freemasons believe. Now here's the Grand Hall. Look at the doors. The doors are very like biblical. They tell a story. Look at all these people. A lot of dodgy symbols. Look at the ceiling. Everyone was sitting there today. Not today, sorry, on that day. Look at the ceiling. A lot of Illuminati, like Star of David. They're kind of funny because they claim not to be a religion, but they're very dodgy. They're very like a very bad religion, like a cult, they're very satanic. I find it very satanic and demonic. Look at the symbols, huh? I kept shooting the Fern ever I will be his father and he shall be my son. What does that mean? So they've taken a lot from this Grand Hall is actually, I read online that they've taken a lot from the Grand Hall, the place that the Temple of Solomon, basically they're taken from the Bible, in actual history. So a lot of the columns and then even the door represents the Temple of Solomon, the wise king. Look at this. So this part that I'm in here, right, this is where Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was shot. And when did that film come out? I think it was 2004, 2005, possibly 2006. Alright guys, so I actually got the little booklet here. It's called Freemasons Hall Self-Guided Tour, Open House London 2019. There I am, there's the Spy Champion. In the Grand Temple, it says the Grand Temple is at the center of the site, but the design and use of internal courtyards is such that it has external walls on three sides. So the temple is 123 feet long by 90 feet wide by 62 feet high. That's pretty impressive. It holds approximately 1,700 people inside this hall. including balcony seating. As you can see, there was balcony upstairs. Oh, there I am in the toilet saying hi. Hello! Oh, little painting. So yeah, another fun fact on the symbolism of the hall. There was a 5-pointed star, the 6-pointed star. There was... So yeah, a lot of stuff on this. I'm going to tell you next time. I'm going to put it on the details, what the stars mean, symbols. But yeah, on ceremonial occasions, access to the temple is via the bronze doors. In contrast to the historical theme, on the other side, the interface of the doors represent a mystical and symbolic design. The walls of the temple are lined with various types of marble. The central panel, look at these little artifacts. The central panel of the ceilings is a representation of a traditional covering of a Freemasons lodge, the celestial sky. Originally, stonemasons' lodges were erected on the sites of the buildings they were working on. Surrounding it is a deeply covered and richly decorated border with the arms of the United Grand Lodge of England at each corner. The decoration of the cornice, which is 50 feet deep, is entirely in mosaic and took 22 months to complete. The allegorical groups in the design each incorporate columns of a classical order of architecture. There was some person that worked there as well. So I got a lot of fun facts as well. I got a little booklet here. There was a lot of interesting artifacts here. A lot of dodgy symbolism and like satanic and weird stuff. They claim to do charity and stuff. Or they obviously do. One of the biggest charity people that do charities is actually Freemasons, weirdly. But as we know, a lot of mafia bosses and a lot of crooked people, crooked people, like gangsters, have done charity just to cover the sins, cover the mistakes. So yeah, charity doesn't mean you're good. Just remember that. That's a giant chair. That chair belonged to King George VI, I believe, if I got that correctly, if I remember. But that painting you saw of King George, that's not really what he looks like. What he looked like, he was actually fatter than that. That's why the chair was that big, because he was really fat, really huge, like 300 pounds. So the guy told me that day. There's a little interesting book there, detailing the wigs, Freemason wig. All this stuff is Freemason stuff. Look at that little coffin, casket. Symbolism. This little part of the cabinet is like to do with symbolism, what it means. So there's the logo. There's the Freemasons logo. A lot of rich people are part of this. There's me taking a picture of King George and oh, look at me. King George and the giant chair. Look at that chair, guys. Do you guys want that chair? Or make sure you subscribe, comment, like. So then they were actually at this point they were actually chucking us out, so I couldn't go to the other side. So I went. There was like in total there were like 9 sections: the shrine and vestibules, the grand temple doors, children's activities. Look at that amazing door. Discover Freemason film. There was a film. There was a caf. There was South Gallery. There was a library and archives. There was the Grand Temple and the North Gallery. So yeah, that was the end. There's me going home now. That was the end of the tour. Let me know what you guys think of it. This is the Freemasons Hall in London, in Covent Garden. Closest station is Covent Garden, but you can go off at Holborn as well. Holborn and Covent Garden are both part of Piccadilly line. Anyway, guys, here's some pictures I took. Let me know what you think of the pictures. Let me give you some history of Freemasons Hall history. Freemason Hall houses the headquarters of the United Grand Lodge of England. The building, which dates from 1927-1933, stands on a 2-acre site and has a floor area of approximately 400,000 square feet. It is designed as an irregular hollow pentagon with the Grand Temple at the center. Cool, interesting. So yeah, it was founded in 1927 to 1933, the Freemasons Hall. Interesting stuff. Look at these pictures, guys. Interested. The building, let me give you some more facts. The building is constructed on a steel frame which extends 60 feet underground to support the weight of the building and is faced with Portland stone. On ceremonial occasions, the entrance to the building is via the doors on the corner of the building under the tower at the junction of Wild Street and Great Queen Street. The clock on the tower was installed in 1967 to mark the 250th anniversary of the founding of the first Grand Lodge in 1770. There is the end.